Ex dumped me to explore options. Now she wants me back after I moved on with the girl who inspired her. I, 28M, and my ex, 27F, called off our engagement about 8 months ago. It was mostly her decision, and based on her reasoning, which I'll explain later, I ended up agreeing with her. It wasn't exactly an amicable split, but it wasn't ugly either. More like a tense, civil kind of breakup. For some background, my ex and I met 7 years ago when we were both interning at the same company, different departments. We became friends first, and a couple of months after the internship ended, we started dating. When things got serious, I learned she was a virgin. I was her first. She knew that she wasn't mine and it never seemed to bother her. Things were good. We moved in together about 3 years ago, and a year and a half later, I proposed. A few weeks after that, I started noticing a change. She was distant. She's always been a bit of an introvert, so it's not like she suddenly started hanging out with other people. We still went through the motions of daily life, but when we were together, she seemed like she was elsewhere. Physically present, mentally miles away. Intimacy completely died. She was never the one to initiate, but she always responded warmly when I did, and we had a healthy sex life. Then one day, she just stopped responding altogether. I tried to be patient, hoping she'd eventually tell me what was going on, but she didn't. Every time I asked, she'd brush it off, saying she was tired, stressed from work, or that I was overthinking things. It wasn't until I brought up wedding planning that she finally said she wasn't sure she wanted to get married yet. Her reason was that I was the only person she had ever been with, and while she loved me, she didn't want to feel like she'd missed out on experiencing other men. When I asked where this was coming from, she said she overheard a colleague saying that women need to try D****ks of all colors before they settle for the one they like best. For context, I'm Indian, she's white. She then suggested that we put our engagement and our relationship on hold while she went on her little journey of D****k discovery, and once she was done, we could resume things and eventually get married. Obviously, I wasn't going to agree to that. But just to be sure, I asked that while she was out there exploring, if I also wanted to dip my wick elsewhere, would that be okay? Her answer was a resounding no. Apparently, since I wasn't a virgin when we got together, I'd already had my journey. This was her turn. So I told her she was free to embark on her expedition, but I wasn't going to sit around like a C*** cold waiting for her to come back. We ended things, and she moved out. A week ago, she reached out. I've been seeing someone for the past month, and I really like her. I ignored my ex's calls and messages, but she was persistent. 3 days ago, I finally agreed to meet her. As expected, she wanted to reconcile. I told her straight up that I wasn't interested. Then she asked if I was serious about the girl I'm seeing, let's call her J, 28F. Apparently, she'd seen a photo J posted on IG from one of our dates, she tagged me in it. That's when my ex dropped the bomb that J was the same colleague she'd overheard at work, the one who made that "try all colors" statement that started this whole mess. She said it was funny that I wouldn't take her back, but was happy to be a checkmark on J's list of color D****ks. Now I don't know what to think. I knew J had worked at the same company as my ex. We talked about it briefly early on, but that conversation never went anywhere. I never mentioned the whole D****k list thing to her because, honestly, it never even crossed my mind that would know anything about it. And frankly, it would have just been a weird thing to bring up when we were just starting to get to know each other. I really like J, and I feel like she feels the same. But now I can't shake the thought, what if my ex was telling the truth and I'm just another box on some twisted checklist? If I bring it up with J and it turns out my ex was lying, I'll look paranoid and insecure. But if she's not lying, I don't even know how I deal with that. So what do I do? Do I talk to her about or ignore what ex said?
Relevant comment. Burnt toasted butter. Honestly, even if Jay's words had indirectly influenced her, your ex ultimately made the decision herself. Your ex said she overheard this conversation. So we know these words were not directed to your ex. She wasn't humiliating or making fun of your ex for only being with one guy, or pushing her to break up just to get with you, was she? That said, people are still able to throw around lewd jokes, and that could also be what was happening. For reference, sometimes my coworkers and I make such jokes and we don't always mean all of it. It's just stupid funny. Anyway, she is her own person with her own brain and thinking. And she is old enough to know that actions have consequences. I'm 27 and I actually understand the FOMO, fear of missing out, with the lack of sexual adventures and experiences with other people. My current partner is only my second serious partner and I ironically actually met him during my hoe phase for the first time. Long story short, I was 24 at the time and was trying to improve my social anxiety, so that was the first time I've done some social and sexual things I never imagined before. Despite me knowing that these random experiences won't give any permanent happiness, I still wanted to experience it. This one guy understood where I was coming from, and like your average guy, he's had his whole ing around done in the past. But he told me he didn't want to be a side thing and he was serious about liking me. Deep down, I liked him back. I knew that, but the FOMO prevented me. But I had to make the decision of whether to stop the whole activity and commit, or continue, and let him move on. I had only started my sex journey, it was just 3 guys so far, so I wasn't that satisfied. Evidently, I still picked the former choice. There was just this gut-wrenching feeling in me like I'd regret letting him go.